and Manju will be sharing an educational with us on table topics. So over to you, Manju.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I'm so happy to be here today. All thanks to an invitation from Didcot Toastmasters Club, Didcot Speakers Toastmasters Club UK President Erica. Thank you so much, Erica. Before we start, tips to ace the TT speech contest. I have a fun quiz. And I thought, since it's Heritage Week, let's have something, about South Africa. So let's look at this. Which is the only country in the world with 2 Nobel Prize winners from the same street? Yeah, I know. It is South Africa, correct? This is the only country in the world. And what's the street's name? What's the street's name?
Vilakazi Street.
Yes. So how dare she? She comes to our country and has the audacity to ask us about this. Who doesn't know this, right? At least I did not know till yesterday. I was doing Google and learning about, okay, I did know Nelson Mandela because, he was a huge inspiration for me when I set up a club during COVID. Because Nelson Mandela said, it always seems impossible until it's done. So that has always been a huge source of inspiration for me because I'm a person who never gives up. Of course, I may take 100 years to, climb 100-meter hill, not even mountain, but I still keep on doing, just like we Toastmasters do. We keep on working to enhance our skills. Now, the second question, again, it's a no-brainer. Where did the first heart transplant in the world occur? I did learn about it in my 8th grade, Dr. Christian Bernard, but, again, it's your country. The third one is a bit, I think, little twisted. The greatest threat to freedom is the absence of criticism. Who said this? I have 2 choices for you. A Nobel Prize winner, both of their photos are displayed here. Both from your country, Wally Soyinka, right? If I'm pronouncing the name wrong, apologies. And we have Charlize Theron. Who said this one? Okay, that's our Nobel Prize winner, Wally. And then the last question, the easiest one. What's the second section of a typical Toastmaster meeting? There are 3 sections, right? We're just going to the first one. What's the second section? The most fun
Table
one.
topics.
Table topics, yes. So today, I'm here to speak about this. And of course, one more quote which inspires me, I just put it out here. Hope is being able to see that there is light despite all of the darkness. Yes, table topics happens to be area of pain for many of us, including me. I've been working at it relentlessly for the last 9 years because no matter you have the best answers, of course, I can keep waxing eloquently about maybe, Desmond Tutu. Yes, he did say this. Hope is being able to see that there's light despite all of the darkness. Nelson Mandela's quote, yes, I can speak. But when my manager asked me something, then that is again a table topics in disguise, then I'm speechless. What do I say? Just 2 minutes answer. Manju, you can do it. Focus. Or when my mother-in-law asked me, Manju, how do you cook this one? A traditional heritage recipe. I do know that, but I want to impress my mom-in-law, so I am tongue-tied. I know it happens to the best of us, even to Obama, even to the best, the world championship public speaker, the winner of that, when faced with a table topic in real life. Yes, we all have our moments of difficulty. But today, I'm here to help you with acing the TT speech contest. Before that, I have a question to you. What held you back from giving your best in table topics the last time you attempted it? So I want to hear it from the audience. So option 1, not familiar with the topic or was just clueless. Option 2, could not hear the topic properly. Option C, facing the audience makes me nervous. Option D, fear of failure, and option E, fear of criticism. You can type in the chat window. You can unmute and speak your options. Erika, I know it's a repeat for you because you did hear this question in UK. So which of these apply to you? For me, I can tell, I have, some of these combinations. D and D, yeah, I am a bit, more worried about that, what would people think, etc. So what are your options? Yeah, I can see some, yeah, yes. Sarah, thank you so much. Erika, thank you so much for typing in your answers. Yes. Now, when it comes to TT contest, what is so special about it? See, we all are human beings, and we all know we have evolved over millions and millions and millions of years. So probably it's billions. I don't know. I like to go and Google and find out. So we are among the most intelligent beings on this earth. I won't say the most intelligent because I hear that dolphins and even now crows are picking up. They are learning to use tools and all that. Even dolphins are, catching up. So I would say we are intelligent. We should be able to speak for 2 minutes. But then when contest comes, the problem is my ears, which perfectly work, my ears do work perfectly. I did a hearing test. It does work. But when the contest master announces the topic, suppose Naomi is the contest master, she announces the topic, Manju, where the mind is without fear, where the mind is without fear, Manju. Now I just hear till the word Manju. After that, what did she say? What did she say? Is my connection all right? If it's physical meeting also, I'm just trying to watch her lips. What did Naomi say? Suddenly the language, yes, I do know English very well, but the thing is, whatever be the language, even if it's a mother tongue, I can't hear. Why? Because nerves, we get stressed. So I would say anything you're preparing, if you're writing an exam, wouldn't you know the syllabus before you attempt the exam? Right? You do check up. Okay, you're going to write GRE. You're going to write a management aptitude test, GMAT, or any exam. First, you look up the syllabus. The same way, I think we could also do that. And I failed to do that. Years back, when I used to contest, at that time, I never looked up at the syllabus. So I would just like to show you, or maybe a sneak peek I would like to give you about the syllabus of Table Topics Contest. Yes, Table Topics Contest has a syllabus. This is the Judges Guide and Ballot. I hope you're able to see it. Are you able to see? This is something you can get on the internet. If you just go and type Table Topics Contest, Judges Guide and Ballot, you get this. Okay, so I'm just simplify it for you. There are only 3 sections in this. Number 1 being content, which is the king in Toastmasters, 50%. The number 2 being delivery, which is 35%. And then you have language, which is only 15%. Long back, I used to read Shakespeare. And then, all the, I do love English, I confess. I'm addicted to 2 things in the world. Number 1 being Toastmasters. Yes, I do stay up at 12 midnight, attend till 2 a.m. UK club meeting, Dipcot, where Toastmaster Erika is the president. Because, yes, my husband knows she's a hardcore addict. But it's a positive addiction, don't you see? The other one I'm addicted to is reading books. Now, what I thought is, if I use the right language, if I use a great quote, yes, I can bring table topics. No, you can't. You need to have your content. You need to have the delivery part correct. When I say delivery, there are 3 components to it. Of course, usually it would be the mannerism that you have on stage. If I come up on stage and I'm like, welcome everyone. I am so confident to win the contest today. No matter what I say, the judges are going to mark you down because I am not exuding confidence. There's no assurance in my body language. Correct. So the other part is physical and voice. Now, physical, I think all of us know, it's all about body language, eye contact, and of course, smile, how we express emotions, hand gestures, hands should be visible, right? And like we noticed the previous speaker do, Toastmaster Sarah, what did she do that I am not doing? She's using the speaking area by standing up. She's standing up, correct? Now, if you see the World Championship speakers, they would be moving on stage. They do that. When I was a child, they would be moving to the left of the stage. When I grew up, I got a girlfriend. They moved to the right of the stage. If you go on Google or put in YouTube, you would see that they make effective use of the stage space. Now, these are points which would give you easy marks from the judges. The next one would be voice. Voice, of course, is flexibility, volume. When I say flexibility, all of you know it's all about pace, pitch, tone. Yes, we know when we are answering a question from the client, the tone that we use could be different from the tone I use with my son. Hey, get up, you're late for school, right? I don't use that tone with my manager or with my clients. I can't, right? So we know that. So let's use our voice to the maximum. If you're speaking something about some, sad part, right? Maybe my grandmother passed away. Yes, you could dip your voice. You could reduce your pace, correct? And then the thief started chasing me. If I say the thief started chasing me, you're going to lose interest. The thief started chasing me. I ran for my life. Okay, show it in your voice. Now judges will put, wow, let's put some marks for this lady. Voice is the, physical is the, okay. Now for language, of course, whatever you have it, yes, but whatever you don't have it, keep reading, and of course, keep watching other great speakers. You can easily copy. We are having highly evolved brains. We are capable of Control-C, Control-V, or copy-pasting, as we say in computer language. So keep learning from others. I do that shamelessly. Every time I see a speaker on stage, even from some of you, I'm thinking, next time I would try standing up and speaking just like Toastmaster Sarah did, just like Toastmaster Andrew did. Be bold, speak up when things matter, be assertive. So I would try to do that. So learn shamelessly from everyone around you. The next part, of course, is the content, and which is, I think, something which we all can do. Speech development, which is opening, body, conclusion, and a smooth transition between the paragraphs. It seems so simple, right? But when it is table topics, it's not simple. When it is table topics contest, it is not at all simple. This is the issue. The next one is effectiveness, like what works with this crowd. Now, if I were to use today Virat Kohli or Dhoni, who are like, legendary cricketers from my country, it wouldn't connect with you guys. You may not know, probably. So I try to use, if you see in the first slide, I try to use names from your country. Because if I say, which is the famous street in India where you can get clothes for a bargain, maybe Indians might know, but here I have to adapt. So know your audience, respect your audience, and speak. So if you're speaking in UK, make sure you try to learn something about that country and that culture. Respect the audience, because if you respect your audience, not only the audience, but also the judges would respect you back. Okay, so this is all about table topics contest. Now, what can you do to improve as a TT speaker? These are things which no public speaking champion taught me, but I have been learning with the help of my mentors and of course my club mates across India and of course now in UK. So what I do is prepare and file stories from daily life, just like Andrew did. Andrew said, I faced an issue at my office They had, the verbiose language, correct? The legalese kind of speak. He was telling, right? It runs into 12 lines, etc. So whatever is your incident, maybe you had a spat with your husband, maybe your son had son is like, teenagers. I have a teenager. How many of you have ever seen a teenager? Yeah, you've been one, I know. But how many of you have ever seen a teenager? They are I just think, are they even from our species? How can those cuddly babies become these arrogant teenagers, correct? So prepare and file stories from daily life because it connects with audience, it connects with the judges, okay? Second would be, of course, read news books, watch movies, etc. Because all of these can be fodder for your future speeches. The third would be, it's a simple one, but please do practice with your mentor. Today, with the permission of the host, I recorded my speech. I'm recording my speech so that I can present to my mentor, and then he or she, I have two mentors, so they would go through and then they would give me feedback. Manju, you could have done this better. You could have done that better, etc. So that's why I take it back to them. The next one is, of course, know what to do on stage, including leveraging your body language, leveraging your vocal variety. Okay, the last one, as I already mentioned, record and review a speech. With your permission, I would like to show you a sample spreadsheet or an Excel that I maintain in order to prepare for table topics. For example, if you have keywords like success, right? Whenever I see a quote on success, I try to put in this sheet. I've not put it here, but I can tell you off the cuff. Success comes to those who dare and act, right? Success. There are so many quotes about success, so many quotes about forgiveness. Whenever you see one, put it in your spreadsheet, in your Excel. If you do not like to maintain an Excel, you can always record it on your phone. You don't want to write it down even. You just need to record it on your, hey, this is a good quote by Nelson Mandela. Manju, it seems impossible until it's done. Record it. So whenever you hear the word not impossible, you can use Nelson Mandela. Whenever you need table topics related to perseverance, you can use Nelson Mandela. Or, when you have something about truth, I can use Gandhi. Or if I have a quote by Nadine Gordimer, Nobel Prize winner, I heard of her when I think I was in school, and then you had this news, Nadine Gordimer wins Nobel Prize. And now I know she's from South Africa. At that time, I did not know. Apologies. So there is a beautiful quote by her on beauty. Do look that up, okay? So now, if you see this, I have put two more columns here. The first one is personal story. The second one is stories from the public domain or public realm. Why I say this is, when you use a personal story, it has a special connect with the judges. Special connect with the judges as well as with the audience. If I just by heart something about Einstein, or about Edison, who doesn't know that? Edison, electric bulb, 1,000 times he tried. Nobody wants to hear that again and again. Probably, yes, one-liner. But if I say in my life, I faced these challenges, and then I did not give up. Yeah, I failed a number of times, but then finally was able to set up the club in the middle of COVID lockdown, because success is often just 3 feet away, right? That's a personal life example. Same way, if you are having a speech on forgiveness, you know what? My hubby, my spouse, forgot my birthday. Yeah, my birthday. He did that. He had the audacity to forget my birthday, even though I've been married to him for 19 years. Now, I could say, yeah, I forgave him because he's an absent-minded scientist. Scientists, they are just in their experiment, they forget. I have to even remind him, hey, I'm your wife, Manju. Yeah, exactly. So I forgave my husband. Okay, so that's a personal story. I used it deliberately because I know it would connect with people, it would connect with judges, right? It's a personal story. But I could also use Obama, the former president of United States. He went and apologized in Japan for the nuclear bombing, the Hiroshima and Nagasaki, disaster, right? He went and apologized almost, 4 or 5 decades later, right? So you can emphasize and say, so forgiveness is like the fragrance that violet sheds on the heel that crushes it. Yes, violet shed fragrance on the heels that crush it. Now the message is clear. Judges would have given me marks. You're getting it? So this is what I do. This is just an Excel. It's up to you. Would you like to use it or not? Next, I would like to just summarize what to do on stage. I think you already know. For me, since my ears fail when the table topics contest master announces the topic, I usually do lip reading as well. Not only listen, but also do lip reading. What's the person? What are they saying? Second one, whenever they give a topic, I try to see what are the keywords. Success comes to those who dare and act. What are the keywords? Success, dare, act. True? Yes. Forgiveness is the fragrance that violet sheds on the heel that crushes it. Now, some of the contest masters could be really, really, really fast. They're going to catch an express train or maybe a flight. I don't know. They are so fast. It's like, what did she say? What did she say? Forgiveness is the, you get it? So, but I got the keyword forgiveness. Enough. It's enough. You can build on it. Even with forgiveness, you can build on it. Bring in Obama. Bring in, I forgive my husband. I'm now Mother Teresa. I forgive my husband because he forgot my birthday. Okay, so now the third one is when you listen to the topic, can you recall
we currently are over time, just to let you know.
Okay.
Right.
So I would just stop here because I think I've shared my screen. I'm not able to see the timer screen, so apologies for that. So we can recall, have eye contact, start with a story or a quote. SDSS, that's my own special thing, that is smile, greet the audience, scan and speak. Smile, greet the audience, scan the audience, scan from left to right and speak. And the 6 honest people. If you don't know anything about the topic, remember who, what, when, where, why, and how. These are the 6 honest people. If you can build who forgave this person, what prompted that incident, when did it happen, where did it happen, why did it happen, how did it happen, and of course, manage time. Apologies, I didn't see the card. And the last one, yellow and red. Yellow and red is watch the yellow and red, and I failed miserably today. I'm so sorry about this. And with this, I would like to end this speech with a beautiful quote by Nadine Gordimer and Nelson Mandela. The truth isn't always about beauty. It is always beauty, but the hunger for it is. And the greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. So every time we make a mistake in table topics, keep learning. And of course, do participate in the contest. If you are not ready to be a contestant, at least be a role player. You won't regret it. Take my word, you won't regret it. Be a role player. I think Naomi was a role player. I did see her briefly on stage. So she was a role player. Be a role player or a contestant. Unleash your best in the next table topic speech contest at your club. Thank you so much. And over to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Erica.
Thank you so much, Manju, for that. Right, in the essence of time, we're going to move straight to our table topic session so we can practice all the fantastic tips we learned from Manju right now.